You ever feel like your brainstorming sessions are just stuck on a loop? Well, today we're going to look at a pretty radical new way to do things. It uses AI, not just to come up with ideas, but to actually debate them, make them better, and deliver some real breakthroughs. Let's dive right in. I mean, we've all been in that room, haven't we? The brainstorming session that just fizzles out. You know the one. A couple of the loudest voices take over, some really good ideas get totally lost in the shuffle, and you walk out with a list of, well, pretty safe ideas. It's the classic groupthink trap, and it happens all the time. But what if you could just flip that whole script? Just imagine, instead of a room full of people kind of holding back, you had a team of specialized AI agents, each one an expert in its field, and their whole job was to debate and sharpen ideas until they found the absolute best path forward. Now, this isn't some crazy, far-off science fiction thing. It's a real, structured process, and it's called the Multi-Agent Idea Tournament. And honestly, it's pretty much a direct answer to all those things that make traditional brainstorming so frustrating. So what is this thing, really? Think of it almost like a fantasy football league, but for innovation. You draft this team of AI agents, you give them a super clear mission, and then you just let them loose. They work together, and they even compete a little to generate, critique, and finally rank the best ideas to win the game. And here's where it gets really, really interesting. You're not just talking to one single generic AI. Oh no, you're building a dream team. Imagine having an AI financial analyst that's just crunching the ROI numbers, a customer experience agent testing every idea from the user's point of view, and even a ruthless innovation critic whose only job is to poke holes and find every single flaw. Okay, so you've got your AI dream team assembled. Now what? How does this whole tournament thing actually play out? Well, it's actually a surprisingly simple three-step process that takes a really messy challenge and turns it into a clear, actionable plan. So it breaks down like this. First, there's the setup. That's where you define the goal. Simple enough? Second, ideation, where the agents just go to town, generating a flood of ideas. And third, the main event, the tournament. This is where those ideas get battle-tested through debate and refinement. Let's look at each one. And it really does all start with you. You're the one setting the mission. And this isn't some vague, hey, give me some ideas kind of prompt. No way. You have to provide a crystal clear objective and basically spell out the rules of the game, the criteria for what a winning idea actually looks like. For example, instead of asking for something generic like some ideas for HR, you give it a laser-focused goal, something just like this. This level of specifics, that's the secret sauce. It's what pushes the AI to go beyond the obvious and deliver some truly strategic insights. Right, so once that goal is set, the agents are unleashed. In this ideation phase, each specialist just attacks the problem from its own unique angle, right? The financial analyst is thinking bottom line, the CX agent is all about the user journey, and so on. The name of the game here is just sheer quantity and diversity of thought. But here, this is where the magic really happens, the tournament itself. See, the agents don't just, turn in their homework and call it a day. They actively critique each other's work. They debate the pros and cons. It's basically like a simulated high-stakes strategy session. And with every single round of feedback, the ideas just get stronger and sharper and better. Now, this all sounds pretty impressive, I get it. But there's a secret ingredient that takes this whole thing from just a cool experiment to a legitimately powerful business tool. And it all comes down to something called the grounding advantage. And here's the crucial difference you have to understand. These AI agents aren't just scraping the public internet for generic ideas. I mean, that's a recipe for cookie-cutter suggestions you've heard a million times before. This system, it's playing a completely different game. And this really shows the difference in a nutshell. A standard AI, it's pulling from this vast generic ocean of public web knowledge. But a system like Gemini Enterprise, it can be grounded in your company's private data. We're talking about your strategy docs, your performance data, all that internal knowledge that makes your business completely unique. And because the AI is grounded in your reality, the ideas it comes up with aren't just creative. They're accurate, they're relevant, and they're tailor-made to be put into action in your business. This right here is what turns a cool concept into a game-winning strategy. So, after all that brainstorming, all the debating, and all the grounding, what's the final payoff? What do you actually get? You get something that's kind of like the holy grail of innovation, a clear, prioritized plan. Let's take a look at what that output looks like. See, the tournament doesn't just leave you with a messy pile of ideas to sort through, it delivers a clean, ranked list. And notice, each idea comes with a core rationale. So you're not just getting the what, you're getting the why, which is absolutely critical. So what you're doing is trading the absolute chaos of a typical brainstorming session for the pure clarity of a strategic roadmap. Every single idea on that list has been generated, stress-tested, and vetted by a team of AI experts who actually understand your business, inside and out. And that kind of brings us to the big question, doesn't it? This technology really elevates AI from just being a simple tool to becoming a true strategic partner. So, if you have this team of AI experts ready to build your next breakthrough strategy, what's the very first problem you'd want them to solve?